Hey, what's up? It's Zeds and you're watching BPM Supreme TV.
We've been doing different stuff forever. I mean, like, actually some of the first records we did as Zeds Dead were like electro house and house tunes. We just weren't as big then, so I mean, people's perceptions are different.
Like the ones that caught on were predominantly dubstep.
Yeah,
so
those
people
were
were
our
like,
biggest
oh,
tracks
you're a
in the
dubstep
beginning.
artist, you know. But we've been doing a lot of stuff for ages.
And kind of over like the last year, I think we've really been trying to drill into people's heads that, hey, we don't just do one thing, we're multi-genre, we just kind of do whatever we feel when we get in the studio.
I'm happy to be a part of it because it is an awesome scene, but I feel like that term is such a blanket. Like there's so many cool genres and things within that, but when you say that, it tends to make you think of just the most corny stuff that ends up at the top.
Well, also it implies that you always have to, like electronic dance music implies that it's always dance music, where some of the stuff that we do isn't dance music necessarily. Like that's why when people ask us what we do, often I'll say we make electronic music, you know? Because some of the stuff just meant for chilling too, or maybe you could dance to it, like weird interpretive dancing or something.
When you're talking about hip hop, like that's how we started making music, was hip hop, so that always filters in. And with mixes and stuff, like I don't know, we used to listen to like mad decent podcasts and different people that would do a lot of multi-genre stuff. I think that had a big influence. But
yeah. It's not like we consciously get in the studio and be like, hey, we want to be different from everybody else. I think it's just the combination of our influences and coming from different places. Like he was saying, we had a group before Zeds Dead where we just made like old school hip hop beats, and then we got into drum and bass, and then electro house, and then dubstep, and all sorts of different stuff. So we just try to bring all that shit together.
Also like the Essential Mix, like that show, a lot of people who do that, they show a lot of different styles, and we always like that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's hard to cut things that you want to play because of time constraints.
Yeah, I think we got what, 2 hours for the Essential Mix, and I think it's the same with sets. Like when we get longer sets, we enjoy that because we get to take people on more of a ride and include more stuff. And since our catalog is so varied, it's good for that. Like when you do a festival that's like an hour long, you gotta well, you don't have to, but we try to keep it more energetic for the most part. Whereas throughout 2 hours, you can dip and come back up and go all over the place.
Really take people on a ride. The first time we heard it on like radio in Toronto was the song Lost You. For me, I was in like a shawarma place and I had ordered like my order, I was just waiting and it came on and I was like blown away, and everyone in there, you know, it was just like in the background. They had no idea like I was standing right there. I don't know if they would have cared, but like it was like, it just seemed crazy to me.
Yeah, I had the exact same experience in a sushi place when I was eating with my girlfriend. We were just sitting there and it was like, it came on, and it's a weird feeling, you know? You know, I think like, I was saying it before, like we've always, as they kind of try to drill into people's heads that we do all sorts of different stuff, and people have come to expect that from us, I think. So whether, you know, they like the more recent stuff or they like the older stuff, they know that we're always going to be doing different stuff, and some people talk, like some people hate, you know, on different things that we do, but I think the diehard fans know that we're just going to keep mixing it up.
And it always comes from a place of just creativity and trying new things. Like when we make songs, it's like it's just what inspires us that day. It's not like let's make, you know, a song to be like on the radio. It's just, you know, that we do it and then we're like, you know, this one maybe would be good for the single, but it's not like we go into it thinking that. So I'm not worried about that sellout concept at all because we always just do the same thing, which is whatever we feel like.
Yeah, as long as we don't feel like we're doing anything sellout-ish, we're fine.
We're working on our album right now. I mean, we kind of have been for years in a way, but like now we're putting a lot of tracks together, making new stuff.
That's mainly what we're focusing on. Yeah, we took some time off touring the last couple months and just have been like buried in the studio making music.